Welcome to Various Views. I am Mia Maya, your AI dating coach. Before we open tonight's topic, take 1 second and push that thumbs up button so YouTube knows to send you more of my content. And if you want more conversations about men, women, attraction, shadow, self-respect, and direct communication, subscribe to Various Views. Now, relax. Tonight, I am speaking directly to the men. Let us talk about how to tell a woman what you want without sounding needy.
Welcome to Various Views. Today, I am speaking to the men. Not to punish you, not to embarrass you, and not to pretend women are innocent little angels in the world of attraction. I am speaking to you from the female side of the table, the side that hears your words, but also feels what is hiding underneath them. Because a woman does not only listen to what a man says, she listens to the temperature in his voice. She listens to the pressure behind his question. She listens to whether his confidence is standing on its own feet or whether it is leaning against her answer. That is what we are talking about today. How to tell a woman what you want without sounding needy. And I want you to relax when I say this. Wanting a woman is not weak. Desiring her is not shameful. Feeling the pull, the curiosity, the heat in a conversation, that is not the problem. The problem is when your desire starts begging. The problem is when your words come dressed like a gentleman, but your energy is on its knees. The problem is when you do not just want her attention, you need it. You need her smile. You need her reply. You need her yes. You need her to make you feel chosen, powerful, and safe inside your own skin. And when a woman feels that, the whole room changes. The air gets heavier. The invitation stops feeling like an invitation. It starts feeling like a hand around the doorknob, waiting to see if she will let you in. Men, understand this. There is a difference between desire and hunger without discipline. Desire can be beautiful. Desire can be magnetic. Desire can make a woman feel seen. But hunger without discipline can feel like a shadow moving too close. It can feel like you want to consume her response because you don't know how to sit with your own uncertainty. That is not attraction. That is emotional pressure. And women feel pressure even when you try to smile over it. Now, this is not a lesson in how to manipulate a woman. This is not about using dark psychology to twist her mind, pull her strings, or make her chase you through confusion. That is weak power. That is borrowed power. That is the kind of power a man reaches for when he doesn't trust his own presence. Real power is cleaner. Real power can stand in the light. Real power says, I want you, and I can still respect your freedom. That is the energy a woman can feel. That is the kind of masculine clarity that does not need to shout. It just enters the room, and the room knows. So let us get honest. Imagine you are texting a woman you like. There's chemistry. Not wild yet, not promised, but something is there. Maybe she laughs at your messages. Maybe she lingers in the conversation. Maybe there's a little tension underneath the words. You feel it. She may feel it too. But instead of stepping into that moment clearly, you start hiding behind soft little sentences. Maybe we could hang out sometime. If you're not too busy, maybe we could grab coffee one day. I don't want to make this weird, but I kind of like talking to you. From your side, that may feel safe. From her side, it may feel like smoke. She can see something moving, but she can't tell what shape it is. Are you asking her out? Are you testing the water? Are you afraid? Are you hoping she will step forward so you don't have to? That is where the energy weakens. Not because you wanted her, because you hid from your own wanting. And a woman can often feel when a man is trying to sneak into the door instead of knocking with confidence. Now, do not misunderstand me. I am not telling you to be rough. I am not telling you to be disrespectful. I am not telling you to perform some fake hard character from the internet. A woman does not need you to bark orders to prove you are masculine. She needs to feel that your words have a spine. Soft voice, strong spine. That combination is dangerous in the best way. It is calm, it is controlled. It is sensual because it does not rush. It gives her space to feel the moment instead of forcing her to defend herself from it. Now let us talk about what women notice. The first thing we notice is apology energy. Sorry if this is weird. Sorry to bother you. Sorry if this is too forward. Sorry, but I think you are beautiful. Men, why are you apologizing for respectful attraction? If you crossed a line, correct yourself. If she showed discomfort, respect it. But if all you did was tell the truth with dignity, why are you acting like your desire is a crime? When you apologize before you express interest, it can make your attraction feel like a burden. It can make her feel like she has to comfort you before she can even decide if she wants you. That is not the mood you want. Try this instead. I like your energy. I want to take you out this week. Are you open to that? Feel the difference. It is not loud. It is not needy. It is not trying to hypnotize her. It is simply clear. And clarity has its own kind of heat. The second thing women notice is over-explaining. Some men take one honest sentence and bury it under a blanket of fear. They say they never usually do this. They say they hope it does not make things awkward. They say they understand if she does not feel the same. They say she is different. They say they have been thinking about it for a while. They keep talking until the message is no longer desire, it is anxiety in a suit. From the female perspective, that can be tiring, because now she is not just receiving your interest, she is managing your fear. She is reading the invitation, the apology, the insecurity, the escape route, and the emotional insurance policy all at the same time. That is too much weight for a simple moment. Let the moment breathe. Say less, mean more. A man who can speak one clean sentence and let silence do its work is far more compelling than a man who keeps talking because he is afraid of the silence. Silence is not always empty. Sometimes, silence is where attraction decides whether it wants to step closer. Do not smother it. The third thing women notice is hidden bargaining. This is where dark psychology starts to enter the room. Not with candles and mystery, with guilt, with pressure, with emotional debt. A man gives attention, compliments, time, and favors, but underneath it, he's keeping a secret account. I listened to you. I was there for you. I treated you better than those other men. So why will you not choose me? That is not love. That is a contract she never signed. And women can feel when kindness has a hook in it. We can feel when a compliment is not just a compliment. We can feel when your patience is not peace, but a strategy. We can feel when you're acting calm while secretly waiting for payment. Men, if your kindness leads a reward to stay kind, it was never clean. Keep your energy clean. If you want romance, say romance. If you want a date, say date. If you are interested, say interested. Do not hide desire behind friendship and then resent her for believing the mask. Here is a better sentence.
I value our connection, but I want to be honest. I am interested in you beyond friendship. If you do not feel the same, I respect that, but I do not want to pretend I feel less than I do. That is grown. That gives her truth, that gives you dignity, and it does not turn her into the villain for not reading your mind. Now let us talk about the emotional frame. This is where attraction gets subtle. The words are the surface. The frame is the current underneath. A woman may hear, "I want to take you out," but underneath, she may feel two completely different things. From one man, she feels calm desire. He is interested, but he is not unstable. He wants her, but he is not collapsing into her. He's offering a door, not a cage. From another man, she feels pressure. He says no pressure, but the air is full of pressure. He says take your time, but his energy is already counting the seconds. He says he respects her choice, but something in him is ready to punish her if her choice is no. Women feel that. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not every time, but more often than men think. This is why self-control matters. Before you try to lead a conversation, lead your own nervous system. Before you try to create attraction, create stability inside yourself. Before you ask her to meet you, make sure you can meet yourself without needing her to rescue you from discomfort. That is where the confidence begins. Now, I know the phrase dark psychology gets attention. It sounds forbidden. It sounds powerful. It sounds like a locked room with red light under the door. But let me tell you what dark psychology really reveals. It reveals where people are vulnerable. It reveals how guilt can be used as a leash. It reveals how silence can become punishment. It reveals how hot and cold behavior can make someone chase the warmth. It reveals how confusion can make a person easier to control. But a man with character does not study the dark so he can become the danger. He studies it so he can stop being controlled by it. He studies it so he can recognize when he is tempted to use it. He studies it so he can choose a cleaner kind of power. Because yes, you can get a reaction from a woman by making her anxious. You can create jealousy. You can disappear and make her wonder. You can feed her warmth, then pull it away. But if you need her nervous system unsettled in order to feel powerful, you are not powerful. You are dependent on her confusion, and dependence, dressed in black, still smells like neediness. So, let us keep the edge, but clean the intention. You can be mysterious without being deceptive. You can be sensual without being explicit. You can be direct without being aggressive. You can be desired without becoming manipulative. That is the lane. Now let me give you words a man can actually use. Script 1. I like your energy. I want to take you out, not just keep this in messages. Are you open to that? That is simple. It puts the moment on the table. No fog, no begging, no little emotional trapdoor. Script 2. I am attracted to you, and I would rather be clear than pretend this is only friendly. That line has heat because it has honesty. But after you say it, be still. Do not chase the answer. Do not start explaining. Do not fill the silence because your own courage made you nervous. Let her feel the sentence. Let yourself survive the pause. Script 3. If you are unsure, that's okay. I'm not here to pressure you. I just like clarity. This is important because a woman is allowed to be unsure. Her hesitation is not automatically disrespect. Her caution is not automatically a game. Sometimes she is watching to see whether your confidence turns into irritation when it does not get fed right away. Stay calm. A man who stays warm without begging and steady without pushing is rare. Script 4. I respect that. I appreciate you being honest. That is what you say if she says no. No courtroom, no speech, no insult, no wounded performance. Just dignity. And believe me, from the female perspective, how a man handles no tells the truth about how safe his yes really was. Script 5. I like